What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
You know, actually, guys, by the end of the season 2, we'll actually have that perfectly for you guys. It'll be a perfect harmony, and we should join the choir team.
Yeah, we should do that every episode. Like our journey to harmonization.
I agree.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Welcome back to Longhorn Radio. We are your hosts,
Elizabeth.
Shreya,
Emily,
and Naomi.
and today's episode is the influence of social media on our lives. But first, a few announcements.
Hoka Week starts from October 11th to October 15th with the dance on October 16th.
That's basically all for announcements, I guess. So
I agree.
We're kind of doing this episode on a whim, guys. We kind of just got together and we're like, this seems like a pretty cool topic. So, social media's influence on our lives. Who would like to start?
I think we start off with a pretty broad question, and then just go from there.
All right.
So what are the positive or negative effects of social media?
True. I agree. I like that little prompt.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Let's start with positives, and then we can form into negatives,
Yeah.
and then
True.
form our entire episode on that.
I agree.
All right. I feel like, okay, nowadays, a lot of the information I get is from Instagram. Not gonna lie. Like,
I
people
agree.
repost things on their story, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And, like, I read a lot of stuff about that, a bunch of stuff in the news I get on Instagram. And, you know, I think that's like, a pretty good aspect of social media.
I was gonna say the only issue with getting news on the on social media websites is that we don't know if those sources are credible, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is true.
I guess there's an episode of Big Mouth where one of the girls, they're like, you watch the news, and she's like, yeah, when social media gets it right for 50 years, I'll go to them. And I'm like, okay, fair.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
even
fair.
predict the weather, so I mean. Anyways, I think another positive thing of social media is we get to interact with our peers a lot more, and which, of itself has its own negative effects we'll get into later. But, I think people are able to become much closer than they were before, right? You're able to learn, you're able to talk to people and get to know people even if you guys are not together, which I think is important.
Online friends, that's kind of, but that's still people over quarantine.
Right,
I've
that's
been
what I was
able, I've been able to keep in touch with a lot of friends that I wouldn't be able to see in person.
Right. Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, perfect example is during COVID, right? No one even was allowed to go outside. So how else were they supposed to interact with people and keep themselves sane, really?
About the whole online friends thing, there are a lot of people who play video games and they talk to random people.
Oh, yeah.
I don't play video games, but that kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Talking to random people. I'm sure
And
people who
also-
play it are used to it, but to me, I'm what if it's a creep, you know?
Yeah, because on the internet it's anonymous,
Right.
they could have a username completely random, it's anonymous. You hide behind your account.
Yeah.
And, I feel like kind of defending people that have online friends. For that same reason of you don't know who they are, that's why you can tell them literally everything because you don't know them, they don't know you, and they don't know anyone that
Okay.
you're associated with, so they're really just a pure third party that you can really talk to.
Okay,
you know?
I see that. Yeah.
I feel like you all have very valid points about some upsides. But
I
Yes.
have a thing.
Yes.
I have a thing. I see people unnecessarily starting a whole fire on social media.
oh yeah.
For no reason. They start a bunch of drama for no reason.
Okay, we're moving into negatives now, I see.
It's negative time.
It's negative time.
This is the rest of our episode.
You better buckle down, put your seatbelts on.
I'm not going to
Because
mention
we love that.
anything specifically, but haven't you guys noticed something small will happen? Everyone will go out of their way to just be like, this is awful. I'm going to spread the hate.
Just
Yeah.
cancel culture. I think it's
Yeah.
really just dividing
Also,
us as a...
even through text, it's you're reading it, you can't see the emotion behind it. So that also I think is a factor in how things can completely explode.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree.
Definitely.
Cancel culture is huge. Okay, there are some people who did some certain things 15 years ago, and people will go ahead and cancel them. Do you think that's a valid reason to cancel someone even if it was so long ago?
So this is for me, it's a layered question. It depends on the situation of the person, right? So if we're talking about cancel culture of like young celebrities, and they, scrape up a video of them when they're like a young teenager, like 13, 14. I just don't think trying to scrape up a video of someone who was young and didn't know and has already made like an apology video, and like I don't know, like I don't know, because it's hard. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, and I'm like just speaking literally just so less, nothing said with so many words.
Yeah.
But I guess like you can't, like, breaking the law because you're ignorant to it, like you still get persecuted for it, right? But for like canceling just for the purpose of getting a viral video or like a viral post or whatever, just trying to cancel someone and ruin like their reputation because of something they said 15 years ago when they were, like really young and didn't understand what was going on. I just think it's not really fair, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I can assure you, everyone said something offensive in their life, and I don't think everyone should, try and
I
prod you for that.
I also feel like some people don't realize that character development is a thing.
True.
Right.
Like, it's like we have all done something terrible.
Right.
Like, we have all done it. But if we've shown improvement and we show that we've learned and grown from that experience, I don't think people should be still targeted for that thing that they did.
Exactly.
I think that's important.
So true. As long as you're realizing the mistake that you made and reflecting on that and being like
you change on the inside.
Yeah, you're like, you obviously are learning and growing, then there's no reason to dig up an old thing that you said 10, 15 years ago and be like, oh my God, but they said this. Like, how do you feel about them now? But like, they're obviously in like 2 years, someone can be an entirely new person because they've learned from themselves, they've reflected on themselves, and the band is playing outside.
Yeah, go band!
If you hear the band, 7th period, shout out.
Love you guys. You guys work harder than anyone else.
Yeah.
True. Have you guys seen marching band? Insane.
They go hard. Okay.
Also, on social media, people express their opinions a lot, which is normal. Everyone's gotta express their opinions.
As long as in like in a respectful way.
Yes. It's okay for people to express their opinions on social media. Like, everyone should respect everyone else's opinion. But often there are some opinions that
are just wrong. I'm just kidding.
Wrong.
that other people just don't agree with. And it's so hard for people to just listen and forget.
Exactly.
It's hard for people to even listen and respond. Like people, if another problem with social media is that it's a platform for everyone to just argue and everyone to just like
everyone
disagree,
has a voice.
Which is like, it should be like that, but I don't think we should use it as a platform to just go out there and just like call everyone else wrong and say like put off everyone else's opinion and like stuff like that just because we're trying to prove something that to them is wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like, we need to, I don't know, everyone just like has it in their mind, especially now, that they're just correct.
Yeah.
And that everyone else is wrong and that like everyone else's opinion just doesn't matter.
I feel like if someone said, oh, I believe in XYZ, and someone will be like, oh, but I believe in GFD, then we should just be like, oh, cool, yeah.
Right.
Like, cool. Good for you.
Right. But with like... No, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just singing "Good for You." Anyways,
No, Rodrigo stan.
I was just like going along with the platform thing. It also creates a platform for everyone that thinks alike to group up, right? And then also fight other groups that think alike, right? I think it's just a huge it's just a huge problem for everyone to fight, and it's really just like it's another thing that's just separating us as a whole.
I also feel like people they can't get out of social media. It's now become a part of their lives.
Yeah.
there's no distinction between their online life and their actual physical real life. Like, people are like cooped up in their rooms, aren't they? Starting a Twitter argument. Like, go touch some grass, you know?
So true. And honestly, like, during COVID, when we were all locked up and like couldn't go anywhere, I often found myself just like spending like 7-8 hours just endlessly scrolling like on Instagram, and I'm like, what is this doing for me?
Right.
Yeah, it's like addicting.
It's like an everyday routine. Like, oh, when I pick up my phone,
You're checking it.
I'm going to check a text, but then I suddenly have been scrolling on Instagram for 2 hours. And Shreya knows. Sometimes I call her for help with homework, and then she's like, you're paused on FaceTime. And I'm like, and she's like, what homework are you doing? And I'm like, Instagram.
And like another part of that too is that everyone builds their Instagram life.
Yes.
Everyone is so concerned about what's on the surface and what everything looks like.
What they look like to other people, their virtual like portfolio.
Yeah,
yes.
Like, exactly.
Their page, they want it to be like
aesthetic.
like showing off all of their whatever they're doing.
It's like in a video game when you like build your own character. It's like you're really just making your, like Naomi said, your portfolio, your digital portfolio of what everyone has to see. And it's just your perfect life, your highlights, your time with friends, your trip to New York.
Everything looks good on the surface, but if you go in deep, it's horrible.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like at the same time, the people who do put themselves out there and post pictures of themselves, like, that takes a lot of, like, courage and effort. Because people get a lot of, like, criticism and, like, like, there's a lot of fear about, you know, not being quote-unquote pretty enough or skinny enough or whatever. Yeah. But, you know, I, like, commend the people who, like, actually, like, you know, like, they hype themselves up and, like, they feel empowered and, like, they put themselves out there. But, no, yeah, I see that, like, a lot of people just try to, like, mold their life into what other people would want to see. But, you know, there's also people who just, you know,
and people who post on Instagram, like you know, like photo dumps and stuff, like those are kind of nice to see. Like, you know, it's just maybe a few photos of themselves, and then it's like the food they ate for lunch when they went to a cafe.
Casual.
It gives brings life to their whole avatar.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, there definitely are different intentions with like posting on Instagram. Like, I feel like once, this is actually totally kind of off topic, but I feel like once someone stops caring about what they post on Instagram, that's when they actually glow up.
Whoa!
Hot take moment.
Yeah.
No, like, okay.
I'm coming for you. No in a specific, but I'm coming for you.
I got Instagram in 8th grade, and I was kind of a corny 8th grader. And so the pictures I posted, like, was I as cute as I am now? Probably not. But, like, I don't want to archive them, you know? I don't care. Like, they're my memories. I love myself from those pictures. I was happy in those pictures. They're staying up.
And it's like the accumulation. Like, I love looking back on my like old stuff. Like, even like looking through my camera roll is.
I like that too, because it shows growth. Like, just we were talking about like character development.
Yeah,
like, you can even see that. Like, if you're one of those people that keep up all your photos, you're one of those people that shows your own development as a person, but also as your own character, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, as someone who just like recently went through their Instagram and archived like almost every single one of my posts, I can agree with what you're saying, because it's not like I'm trying to like, you know, hide my past or anything, but it's just like the things that I posted, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, it's just
sometimes you just need a little restart.
I need a little cleanse.
It's also okay, like, if you just don't want to post at all. Like, that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. It's totally fine. You do what you are comfortable with. Don't let anyone else tell you what you should or should not be comfortable with.
True.
Living a private life. There's nothing wrong with living a private life.
Yeah.
Go live your own life. Go do your own thing, man.
Now, back to the topic of what influence does social media have in our lives? I think it has a pretty major grip on, like, the majority of, like, teenagers and pretty much everyone. Not just teenagers.
Literally everyone. My mom told me the other day that she's addicted to TikTok.
Oh! Mom's on TikTok! So...
Yeah, I think that is, like, really addicting. I don't And then like even I think like the people who made Instagram and stuff, they don't even like allow their own kids to have it. Is that right? I think I saw that somewhere or
Have you
heard
guys
that.
seen? Oh, I forget what it's called, but it's the show on Netflix, like The Social
Game?
Dilemma.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it really goes in to like the founders, like not the founders, but like people who worked for these companies like Apple, Google, not Apple, Google, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
It really goes into depth of like these companies, you are the product. They are harvesting your information. They are collecting everything that they can that you put out there because you are the product and they are advertising to you and they make so much money because of it.
And even like on the explore page of Instagram or like the For You page or like whatever it's called, it's like they want you to click on all these new things. Like they're pushing out all of these like ads and like they're just like pushing out all this stuff that they're like they want you to consume.
Right.
Yeah, so just a reminder for all of you lovely
Lovely.
lovely. Oh, yo. Oh, wait, no, but like, you know, like the morning announcements where they tell a joke and then the laugh is just
No, they need this.
They need that.
I think they need to use the podcast equipment.
Yeah. Okay, no, but reminder.
Keep this for us.
Oh yeah, we're gatekeeping the laughter. No,
We're gatekeeping the laugh track.
Equipment.
No one at Lee can use it.
Only the laugh track though. They can use everything else.
They can use this.
oh, sparkly.
That's like Tinkerbell.
out of nowhere. Oh my god.
Okay, no, but back to what I was saying, guys. Just a reminder. You need to keep a healthy balance. It's okay to go on social media. It's funny.
is.
Like, laugh at TikToks. I don't care.
Oh, I love following the accounts that post like random pictures. Like there's this account that just posts like cats and like
memes. Look at memes.
memes.
Stop
Look,
looking at some
Memes.
memes.
No, but it's important to find a balance. You know, go outside. Like, it's even like, go out with your friends if that's what you want to do. Of course, stay
Like that.
safe.
And I guess another thing we could learn, another.
Hello?
What's it called when another insight that we could give you guys is don't only look at the surface of things.
Right.
Start to look into why things happen or what really did happen or things like that.
what is the why?
What
The big question.
What,
Yes.
why, where, when, who.
How?
Who, what, when, where,
How?
why, how?
Yep.
Yes.
5 W's and an H.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys.
Only one H.
Only one.
Yes. So main takeaways: have a healthy balance, and don't just there's a inside for every outside.
Yeah,
True.
there you go.
All that. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, we did this episode completely like we just winged it. I think we did pretty good.
Don't spread hate.
No hate.
Yeah,
No hate, only love.
like and subscribe below.
Hate
Make
right
sure
now.
to smash no dislikes on this video.
Smash the like button, hit that subscribe button.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. If you want to have notifications, hit that little bell.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Longhorn Radio. This has been Shreya.
Elizabeth, I guess.
Elizabeth, I guess. She had an identity crisis real
Yeah,
quick.
just a little.
Emily.
And Naomi.